Cement them again to look. Bunch of patience, everybody. Let's get a bit warm. You may notice. All right. Would you please give a warm welcome from Italy to Mr. Davide Damiani.
Per noi due.
I will sing from Don Giovanni, Finca dal vino.
Finca dal vino, calda la testa, una gran festa fa preparar. Se trovi piazza qualche ragazza, dico con quella cercami dar, dico con quella cercami dar, cercami dar, cercami dar. Senza con ordine la desa sia, il minuetto, chi la follia, chi la levanda, fare ballar, il minuetto, fare ballar, chi la follia, fare ballar, chi la levanda, fare ballar. Vede con tanto, balla con tanto, questa e quella, può moreggiar, alle balista, domma mattina, una decina deve mentar. Alle balista, una decina deve mentar. Se trovi in piazza qualche ragazza, dico con quella cercami dar. Alla balista, domma mattina, una decina deve mentar. Senza corte la testa sia, il minuetto, chi la follia, chi la levanda, fare ballar. Alla balista, domma mattina, una decina deve mentar. Una decina deve aumentar, una decina deve aumentar, deve aumentar, deve aumentar, devi aumentar.
Thank you. That's excellent. Very good. Very fine. I think one thing that one might do is try to get more line. Finca da vino, calla la testa, una festa fa preparar. Thinking, because it tends to get choppy. It gets very easily gets choppy, this piece. So one has to really try to, and really try to think long phrases, always legato, 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 legato. It makes it much easier.
Yes.
And, okay, and then try to be very relaxed. You know, that you don't feel, I have to make it happen. I have to think, I am very free. I mean, when we think of Don Giovanni here, he's very up. And he gives instructions to his servant. Says, let's get. He's going to have an orgy, and he says. So he sends his servant out and says, "You find any good-looking chicks out in the streets? Bring them all in, and then we'll give them a lot of liquor, and we'll get them all drunk, and we'll have wild dancing, all different kinds." And I expect to make love to at least 10 women tonight. So, I mean, his mood is, he's full of it, and it's sort of a Dionysian kind of outburst that he has, okay?
Good.
And so, but we must try not to force it. Finca da vino, calla la testa, but think rather, okay, it's all flowing through me, So, finca da vino, calla la testa, una festa fa preparar, but to be very loose and relaxed. That you'll find that that's much easier. I think that would probably, if you try it like that. So, I mean, of course, we're here in a tense situation. We have all these people and we have cameras and stuff.
Yes.
But try to be loose, relaxed, let it flow, and see how it works. And you don't have to think that you have to give absolutely maximum voice from the start. Just think, I'm very free in my throat. My tone is slender and high, and I just let it flow. It'll grow on its own. That one doesn't start fortissimo.
Yes.
Take it easy and let it come.
Right.
I think that might be
That's right.
a good approach. At least I have found that it helps a lot. Okay, let's try it once more.
Yes.
Finca dal vino, calda la testa, una gran festa fa preparar. Se trovi in piazza qualche ragazza, dico con quella cercami dar, dico con quella cercami dar, cercami dar, cercami dar.
Give them your eyes, that you don't. I mean, okay, you have Leporello here, perhaps, but you have to get it out. You can't sing finca da vino, but you have finca da vino, calla la testa, una festa fa preparar. and then you can change se trovi piazza, but you have to get it out.
In this.
Yeah, I mean you have your audience and you have the gallery, the balcon, whatever up there. So it has to go out. You're a bit too closed, you know.
I understand.
You know, so your face, they have to have your eyes sort of say, yeah, I'm going to have them all. I'm going to get them all drunk and then, you know, sort of like that. Okay.
More open.
Yeah. Your face has to be out there, you know. But it's very good. I think it felt better now singing it also with the line. How did you feel?
Yeah, better.
Yeah.
Lighter.
Lighter, yeah. And so we mustn't ever try to, this easily gets kind of, you hack it, you know. But you always think smooth line. It's okay.
Like an aria.
So just,
like an aria.
Yeah,
aria.
exactly. Yeah, just let it flow. And of course you have different, you have Fincana vino, calla la testa, una festa fa preparar, se trovi in piazza qualche ragazza, teca quella cerca menar, and then maybe a crescendo, teca quella cerca menar. Then comes something else. Senza coloni della sia, chi minuetto, chi la folia, chi l'alemana, farbala, tira da tira la da 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 tira da 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 tira da da dam da da. It comes tim da dam pam tira da dam pam pa da dam. Different textures also, you know. You have this very legato, ed io frattanto dall'altro canto, con questa quella uomore già, alla balista.
Yes.
If you
I
can
have to
try
play. I have to play.
be very playful, yeah. Very free, very playful, very full of yourself and your incredible virility, you know. 10 women per night, nothing for me, you know. I do it all the time. What did you say? Yes, I'm talking for Don Giovanni, you know. This is Don Giovanni. The question is he boasting or is it true? Is he really going to do it? That's a question of interpretation. But I think if we listen to music, at least he thinks at that point he's definitely have 10, you know. So, okay.
Vinca dal vino, calda la testa, una gran festa fa preparar. Se trovi in piazza qualche ragazza, dico con quella cerca menar. Dico con quella cerca menar, senza cui d'ordine la danza sia. Il minuetto, chi la follia, chi la rimanna, fare ballar. Il minuetto, fare ballar, chi la follia, fare ballar. Chi la rimanna, fare ballar. Ed io frattanto dall'altro canto, con questa e quella vuoi amoreggiar. Alla velista, domma mattina, una decina deve mentar. Alla velista, una decina deve mentar. Centro in piazza.
Try to get more. Alla melista.
Alla
La melista. Yeah. No.
Alla mia lista.
And here, you know, when you start, you have very I mean, if I'm going to try to perhaps. Yeah. I wonder if one is it pretty nice to breathe. Let's see. We have fare ballar, chi la follia, fare ballar. And where does it come?
Ed io frattanto.
I mean, I find these are very legato, you know. Fare ballar, chi l'alemana, fare ballar, ed io frattanto dall'altro canto. It's sort of kind of a new he's sort of indulging himself in these legato lines, but then he says, ed io frattanto dall'altro canto, con questa quella vuoi amoreggiar. And you try to breathe there and see, alla balista, I think. And alla balista, doma mattina, una decina devo entrare. And then a good, relaxed completely. I have one bar of relaxation, which is all we get in this aria. No, it's actually 2.5. Yeah. And they're really, and then alla balista, una decina devo entrare, so se trovi in piazza qualche ragazza, te con quella cerca menor. Alla balista. I would breathe there also. I found it's better. But anyway, so try this. Ed io frattanto dall'altro canto, canta carina. That's more rhythmical, and then we get line again.
Yes.
Okay. Where shall we take it?
Directly. Ed io frattanto.
Ed io frattanto. Va bene. Yeah. Okay. Let's try that. I'm just going around here. Okay.
Ed io frattanto dall'altro canto, con questa e quella vuoi amoreggiar. Alla velista, domma mattina, una decina deve mentar. Alla velista, una decina deve mentar. Se trovi in piazza qualche ragazza, dico con quella cerca menor. Alla velista, domma mattina, una decina deve mentar. Se trovi in piazza, sorry.
Yeah. It's it's difficult with the breath.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do we do that? That we get away in quick, I mean, we have to get, always, we have to breathe well, but we have no time for it. Yeah, I know. So, very important to breathe early enough then, you know. Not to be alla malista domattina una decina devo mentar. Very short.
Yes,
Yes, very good. Quick, good breath. And then senza corodinella desasia. Here we can breathe. Chi la monet, chi il minuetto, chi la folia, chi la levana. You can do it as much as you need. And again, try to get a little breath before alla malista domattina. Yeah,
Yes.
that's why it gets really tricky there at the end. Therefore, it's also very important not to start to think too big. And to
The
be
sound.
yeah, also the sound. Because if you start too big and too heavy, by the time you get to the end,
Yes.
you'll be dying.
No.
So if you can keep it light in the beginning and very legato, and then let it grow, and always try to stay loose, that you never really have to hammer them out, but sort of slide through them, the chances are much, much better.
Okay.
You know. And then one has to try to be, in spite of all this incredible Dionysian kind of expansiveness, one has to somehow be a little bit calm. Have a calm place inside where you sort of watch all the fireworks. Let's try again from Edio Frattanto, perhaps.
Ed io pertanto dall'altro canto con questa e quella uomoreggiar alla velista domma mattina d'una decina deve mentar alla velista d'una decina deve mentar dentro in piazza qualche ragazza dico che quella cerca alla velista domma mattina d'una decina deve mentar senza corde la sia il duetto chi la follia chi la levanna a fare domma mattina ad una decina deve aumentar, una decina deve aumentar, una decina deve aumentar, devi aumentar, devi aumentar, devi aumentar.
Yeah, and I wouldn't go quite tar. I would say devi aumentar, tar, a little bit tar, because after all, it's good to keep the sound clear for this aria. Yes. But I mean, at the end, that it doesn't go devi aumentar, but tar, devi aumentar. A little bit. It's a tough one, this one. How does it feel in your throat? I mean,
Yeah, it's good.
It's happy. Okay. Yeah, it's good. It's very good. Okay. Well, the end really. I mean, well, let me see. Would you like something to drink? I get very dry here. I don't know. It's so hot.
Yes, incredible.
If you like a glass of water or something, just it's okay. Now, should we try to do the whole thing once? And then move on to the next. How do you feel about that?
Yes.
And try to be really, that you don't force it, don't push it. Just let the voice sound. I mean, I think there's a lot of time to get louder in this. It's a very short area, but still. But you really think when you start, you think, okay, you just said, bravo, bravo, arci bravo, la fa non parrebbe. Incominciasti, troppo mi premono queste conta di notte, le voglio divertir finché vi annotte. Then you have the introduction. So there you have time to really, you probably come up to the footlights.
Yeah.
You have time to really relax your throat and feel very, very, very happy and free in your throat. I think my voice will just roll up here, you know, or in front of me, however I feel it, and I'm free and loose. And then think, I'm going to have them all, you know, this kind of thing. But don't push it, you know. Let it, if you can, just let it come, you know. You feel, there's a great difference, you know.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
Can I try with the recitative? Maybe with the bravo, bravo?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Very good. Okay.
Bravo, bravo, arci bravo, l'affar non può andar meglio. Incominciasti, io saprò terminar. Troppo.
Yeah. When you do this, try not to do it too broad and too big. You know, just bravo, bravo. But where is it? Here. I think already. Prepare for what's coming. Bravo, bravo, arci bravo, la fa non può andar meglio. Incominciasti, io saprò terminar. That you really have a high slender. Troppo mi premono queste conta di notte. That you know, conta di notte. Because that's going to kill you in the aria.
Yes, I understand.
So use this recit. I mean, even when you come in already and Leporello says, ecco, they say, con Leporello mio va tutto bene, already think light, free. And the whole rest you can sort of prepare your voice for the aria. Why not? And be
The
very
atmosphere. The atmosphere also.
Yes, also the positioning of the tone. That it doesn't, because I felt also in your performance that, I mean, you have a magnificent, wonderful voice, but you sometimes you make it too big in the middle, and then the top gets very difficult, okay? And you darken it. Oh, you know, it's great sound, and it sounds wonderful to ourselves. But here we must seek lightness and freedom, and can do that use the recit as a sort of a sample for the voice. I'd like you to go like this, you know. So be very light and free. Bravo, bravo, arci bravo, la far. Let it sort of roll up here. Okay.
More concentrated.
Yeah, and free.
Bravo, bravo, arci bravo, l'affar non può andar meglio. Incominciasti, io saprò terminar. Troppo mi premono queste contà di notte. Le voglio divertir finché vi è notte. Finché dal vino calda la testa, una gran festa fa preparar. Se trovi in piazza qualche ragazza, dico che quella cerca menar. Dico che quella cerca menar, cerca menar, cerca menar. Senza che ordella adesso sia il minuetto, chi la follia, chi la le manna a fare ballar. Chi il minuetto fare ballar, chi la follia fare ballar, chi la le manna a fare ballar. Ed io frattanto dall'altro canto, con questa e quella vuoi amoreggiar, vuoi amoreggiar, vuoi amoreggiar. Alla vista domattina d'una decina deve mentar. Alla vista d'una decina deve mentar. Se trovi in piazza qualche ragazza, dico che quella cerca me alla vista domattina d'una decina deve mentar. Senza che la nostra sia il minuetto, chi la follia, chi la levanda a fare parlare. Alla vista domattina d'una decina deve mentar. Una decina deve aumentar, una decina deve aumentar, deve aumentar, deve aumentar, deve aumentar.
The last note is too short.
Devi aumentare.
Isn't it a quarter or something?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a quarter. Yeah, I mean it's sort of, yeah, you can't, I mean, it's like you don't quite, you go into expression before you actually finish singing. You have to, devi aumentare.
Yeah.
But devi aumentare, it's too little. Because that's the last thing you tell them, you know. Or you tell Leporello, but really the audience, devi aumentare. You hear me? You know? And yes, I'm going to have, oh, yeah.
Yes.
Like that. Okay, very good. But it feels very good, like this. And Domma Mattina, Doma Mattina. All the, there must be no short eighth notes or whatever you call them in this country, crotchets, I don't know, quavers and stuff. I mean, they should all be, you'd have to be full. You have to fill them. Devi Doma mattina devi aumentar. Se trovi in piazza qualche ragazza, te con quella cerca menar. All the time. Like, okay, very good. Okay, let's move on to other things.
Morir, tremenda cosa. Morir, tremenda cosa, s'intrepido si prode, ei pur morrà.
Okay, that's excellent. It's a wonderful sound. Great. But I wouldn't start it quite so big. Because there's a, you know, I wouldn't get all my baritonal glory together for this. Where's it's a G? I would say, Morir, tremenda cosa. I mean, I would not do anything in that line. I would think of the... I know, yeah. And anyway, we have a long way to go, you know. You know, really. So what I would really try to think of the word. I mean, after all, what's happening here? Your friend is going to die, you think, probably. And so I would just think about, what does it mean to die? You know, and obviously you have to, and if as far as the singing goes, I would try to be completely free in my throat, I would breathe in, feel my support, feel sort of the natural tensions that come in the body when you start singing. I would feel my throat very free, and I would just let the tone come, just think, I mean here where you see, just think, Morir, tremenda cosa. Also we have to have a crescendo here. I mean, so if we start fortissimo, it's where do we go? So you know, si intrepido si prode, ei pur morra. And also here, uom singular costui. Keep it small. Or not small in space, but not...
Yes, and
no pressure in the throat. Don't strengthen the tone in the throat at all. It should just be allowed to roll out of you. Let's try again. So, I mean, just think, what does it mean? Morir, tremenda cosa. Si intrepido, si prode, ei pur morra. It's ruminating. Okay.
Morir, tremenda cosa, s'intrepido si prode, ei pur morra. Om singular costui, tremo di Calatrava il nome, a lui palese né forse il disonor. Cielo, qual lampo, se fosse il seduttore, esso in mia mano e vive. Se m'ingannassi, questa chiave il dica. Ecco i fogli che tento e la fe che giurai e questa vita che debbo al suo valor. Anche lo salvo se fosse quell'indo maledetto che macchiò il sangue mio, il suggello si franga, chiunque mi vede, no, e mi vecchio.
Okay, let's look at this again. You know, one thing I think is extremely important before every tone, that you really see to it that you're free before. You have to have your free throat. You have to have your support in place before the tone comes, always. So the tone mustn't surprise you. You know, you must be ready for it. You breathe, you open, and then you sing. Because if you don't do that, you might get tight, and then watch with the ah sound. The ah, I mean, it's true, like Iliana said, the ah is a difficult tone, a difficult vowel for singers. Didn't you say that? Yes. And Lili Lehmann said, in her book, she said that the ah is the root of all evil in singing. So I mean, yeah, that's as strong as you can get. And so I mean, it's because ah, very easy. Ah, when it gets too broad, it's right in the throat. And there one has to. I mean, very often you go into a bit of oh, sometimes you go into a bit of ah, but or around.
Yes, around.
Yeah, and watch your throat. Let us see.
Ecco i fogli.
Is where, and for instance, even if you're going to sing a small phrase,
Yeah.
always think, I'm ready.
Tremo di Calatrava nome,
And always be ready.
a lui palese,
Whatever it says there, I don't remember it. It's
Ne
so many
forse il
years.
disonor.
See. And also, always,
Yeah.
ready, open, free, and then you let it sound.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And try to, and also the piani. When you think, for instance, when you think, even if you sing a small piano, I think all the piano should always be sung almost always with the whole space. You know, you think, are all the resonances free? do I have my entire support? Do I have my entire space for, even for...
Ecco I fogli che tento.
I always have my space, okay? And don't get loud too early. Wait for the... Enemy vecchio. So we really get the climax only where it comes. Shall we... Let's go from somewhere. Where shall we... Let's go from the top once more. How are you for time? Well, it doesn't matter. We'll just work where we are. Okay. Let's just... So always get your space also.
Morir, tremenda cosa, s'intrepido si prode, ei pur morrà. Singolar costui, tremo di Calatrava al nome, a lui palese n'è forse il disonor. Cielo, qual lampo, se fosse il seduttore, esso in mia mano e vive. Se m'ingannassi, questa chiave il dica. I fogli che tento e la fe che giurai e questa vita che debbo al suo valor anch'io lo salvo se fosse quell'indo maledetto che macchiò il sangue mio il suggello si franca chiunque mi vede no
It's fine, very fine. But up here, you know, stay. That you don't, you stay in that position. Don't go back for anything. You have to stay in it. Because now the ve, for instance, drop back. So really, you're free, you're ready, support is there. Guys, are you all ready? Yes, sure, we're all working here. And then you place it here and you just stay in your point. Let's just have the last phrase.
Urna, fatale, del mio destino, nata lontana, mi tenti invano, l'onora terger, qui venni insano,
Thank you. I'm sorry we have to stop. We have to do a commercial, I suppose, or something. I'm sorry, but bravo, beautiful.
Thank you.
Very lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, un po' troppo. La gola lavora troppo.
È vero, deve essere più rilassata.
Water. It's very hard to sing, it gets so dry. No, we've got one more. going to have a wonderful day today.